Hi guys. Thanks for coming. I'm so excited. It's all my favorite people. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Can you guys see that? Okay. Okay, so cold exposure 30-day challenge. I'm just gonna go over kind of what cold exposure therapy is and the benefits, and then we'll talk about the challenge at the end. Okay. So cold exposure therapy, what is it? It is a form of somatic therapy. Somatics basically is coming into the body. Dance, yoga, and tapping are some other physical techniques used in somatic therapy. Cold exposure is any form of regular short-term exposure to cold. This includes cold plunging, cold showers, or cryotherapy. There's tons of benefits. We'll go over some of them. First, recovery. Research has shown that cold exposure can reduce the cramps and tension that often follow a tough workout or physical challenge by extending the immune response and decreasing inflammation. There is a caveat here, though. If your goal is to gain muscle, you do not want to take a cold shower or cold plunge immediately after your workout because it stops the inflammatory response, which is necessary for muscle growth. So there's like conflicting information on this out there, like how long you should wait. I've seen 6 to 8 hours after your workout, up to 24 to 48 hours after your workout. So if your goal is like, if you're trying to get swole, just keep that in mind. Another benefit is immunity. Being immersed in cold water stimulates leukocytes, the white blood cells that help fight off sicknesses. It also causes the lymphatic system to contract, forcing fluid through the lymph nodes. This process aids in detoxing the body and strengthening your immune system. One study showed that it substantially lowers the occurrence of upper respiratory infections, which is funny because when I started posting my daily plunges, I had multiple people message me concerned that I was gonna, like, they were positive I was gonna get sick. And turns out it actually has the opposite effect. So cool. The benefit of it's anti-inflammatory. Cold exposure reduces inflammation by reducing blood flow to the area. The research on this isn't clear whether the decrease in inflammation is temporary, like just during the exposure to cold, or whether it has lasting effects. Either way, any decrease in inflammation, even if it's temporary, is beneficial. Longevity along the lines of inflammation. Inflammation is one key driver of aging, and cold exposure therapy is proven to reduce inflammation. So we can safely assume the potential for cold exposure to increase longevity. Stress response. This is probably my favorite benefit. Cold therapy introduces a good stress called eustress to the body. Eustress helps your body to better adapt to bad stress or distress when it arises. And we'll talk about this more in a minute. And then fat loss. Cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue. Brown fat is a special type of fat that helps to produce heat when your body is cold. The activation of BAT may help to increase energy expenditure or burned calories. Therefore, it may be helpful with fat loss, insulin sensitivity, and metabolic syndrome, which includes heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. This is a post, it was recently posted on Instagram by Andrew Huberman. He is a neuroscientist and professor at Stanford University, and he's also a huge proponent of cold exposure therapy. It says, a new study found that one cold water immersion to the neck for 2 minutes at 37 degrees Fahrenheit and 5 cold showers for only 30 seconds at 50 degrees Fahrenheit per week led to a significant reduction of abdominal fat and waist circumference, plus long-lasting psychological improvements related to stress, mood, and hormone output. So that's pretty cool. Scientifically proven, and honestly, not that much, only 30 seconds in the shower. I was surprised by that. And then my favorite benefit, focus and mood. Small studies and mountains of anecdotal evidence suggest that cold exposure therapy can help to alleviate depression and anxiety. Adrenaline and norepinephrine spike immediately when getting into the cold water, Norepinephrine is a hormone and neurotransmitter that is involved in focus, attention, and mood. Low norepinephrine can lead to symptoms of ADHD, anxiety, and depression. Also from Andrew Huberman, I was listening to a video that he posted that said that the norepinephrine spike that occurs is actually 5 times the amount that we normally have. So pretty significant. The studies also show that cold water exposure of this kind increases dopamine significantly. This rise in dopamine is sustained for up to 3 hours. From the same video from this Dr. Andrew Huberman, he was saying that the spike in dopamine is similar to that of cocaine. The only difference is there's a huge crash in cocaine, whereas cold therapy, it's sustained for a long time. So how to begin a cold exposure practice? Number 1, intention. Setting intentions is the act of stating what you intend to accomplish through your actions. It's a commitment to what you want the journey to be about as you move through it. When we are intentional about something, your focus is in the moment, who you are, what you do, and why you do it. It requires presence along the way, checking inside as you work on the outside. Intentions act as a powerful reminder of the bigger perspective. Honestly, your intention is what's going to keep you in the water because you're going to want to get out immediately. My intention for my 30-day challenge, which I'm on day 29, so tomorrow's my last day, was just to do it every single day to prove to myself that I could stick to something for 30 days. And I honestly think this is the first time I've ever stuck to something for this long. So I'm pretty proud. But it's kind of changed and evolved since I started. And now I set an intention every day before I get in. And sometimes it's not very deep, and sometimes it is. Like on especially hard days, a lot of times I will, with your breath, which we'll talk about in a minute, you breathe in, your intention is to let go. For example, I was waiting for some results from the doctor, and I had to wait an extended period of time, which if you know me, like I have really bad health anxiety. Usually I would spiral, and I used my cold plunge and set the intention of just letting go of control. So letting go, it'll make more sense once we get into the breathing part of it, which is step 2, which is the breath. The only difference between breathing and breath work is intention. Intentional breath allows us to remain present in our bodies, making it easier to withstand and work through discomfort. With cold exposure, we are intentionally activating our sympathetic nervous system, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Then through breath and intention, we calm our bodies to return to a parasympathetic or more relaxed state. And by doing so, we are able to create new patterns of strength, resilience, and healing. I could talk about breath for an entire hour, but I won't. But it's probably the most important part of your plunge, or at least the thing that's going to make it much easier. 9 out of 10 people are not breathing properly. Most people breathe through their mouth when the correct way to breathe is through your nose. Inhale through your nose. I actually saved this video this picture because I thought it was so interesting. Mouth breathing is 40% more dehydrating. It increases heart rate, puts our body in a state of fight or flight. Again, activating that sympathetic nervous system. It can cause headache, backache, poor neck support due to tongue posturing, and much muscle atrophy in the diaphragm, fatigue from lack of deep sleep, and it causes cavities more than even eating sugar due to the dryness of mouth, causing the change in natural bacteria in your mouth. So breathe through your nose, and not just during your plunge, but like all the time. So you want to breathe through your nose, fully expanding your stomach, your belly. Most people, when they take a deep breath, just try doing it how you normally do. You'll breathe in through your mouth and expand your chest. And that actually only fills your lungs up halfway. So really focus on breathing deep into the nose and expanding your belly. That will allow your lungs to completely fill and fully expand your diaphragm, which is a muscle and needs to be used to prevent atrophy. When you first get in the water, if you haven't ever done it, for those of you that have, it will catch your breath and you'll be like, you're definitely going to be breathing through your mouth, but that's the goal, is to then focus on the breath and calm down your body in the water. You can't talk about breath and cold plunging without talking about Wim Hof. He is a Dutch extreme athlete and motivational speaker who's kind of like the widely accepted pioneer of ice plunging. He has his own breath technique. Scientific studies have proven that this breathing technique makes your blood more alkaline and causes hypoxia, which is a form of stress at the cellular level. This is a positive stressor in this case and can help the body deal with other negative stressors better in the long term and in everyday life. Again, putting your body in that, activating that sympathetic nervous system, and then using your breath and intention to calm your body down. I put the method in that box right there. You can try it. You can look up videos of him on YouTube or Instagram. He's a pretty interesting character. I don't think it's necessary to use specific breathing techniques, especially when you're first starting out. Really just focus on that good quality, deep inhalation through your nose. You can breathe out your mouth or your nose and just calm, controlled breaths. If you do want some specific breathing techniques, I do have a list and I can send them to you. So just let me know. And then number 3, you just get in the water. If you're going to use a shower, you can do it at the end of your regular shower. Turn on the water as cold as possible, stand under the water as long as you can, eventually working yourself up to your goal, whatever that is. And again, it doesn't have to be much. Like that study showed, it was only 30 seconds per day. Although showers are not likely to reach cold temperatures seen in research, there are still a lot of benefits in terms of brain function, energy, and mood. For the cold plunge, you'll want to fully submerge your body to your neck in the water. You want to be deep enough that the upper part of your neck is fully submerged. This will fully activate the vagus nerve and enable a better hormonal response, maximizing benefits like anti-inflammatory response and mood boosting. Someone did ask me why I don't dunk my head and if that's necessary. I don't think it's necessary, but there are people who will say that you should. It kind of gives like more of a shock to be like, hey, this is what we're doing. So you really see that spike of hormones. I have a tube in my ear right now that I can't get water in, so I don't, and I've still seen amazing benefits. So like I said, I don't think it's necessary, but I am excited to try it when I can. All right, now the details. How cold? While anything below 58 degrees Fahrenheit is considered a cold plunge, the optimal temperature for this process is between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're doing like a full-on ice bath, like I've been doing, it's way colder than that. Like, I checked mine once and it was 30. When the ice was melted, it was 31 degrees. So it's way colder, but also not necessary. And how long? Not as long as I thought. Based on the latest research, the minimum effective dose to achieve the benefits of cold exposure is 11 minutes over the span of an entire week. And this can be spread out in smaller sessions throughout the week, however you want. The amount of time should also be determined by the temperature of your water. Once you get up around that 15-minute mark, especially in those colder ice baths, the risk of frostbite is real. So keep that in mind. And then what time should you plunge? According to the experts, the ideal time to do an ice bath is in the morning or cold shower, taking advantage of the large spikes in norepinephrine and dopamine that cause increase in focus, attention, mood, and energy. I think they're probably right, but this is not what I did. If I had to plunge first thing in the morning, every morning, there is no way I would have been able to do it. So I just kind of do it when I feel like it. Sometimes that's at 9 in the morning, sometimes at 4. Right now, a lot of times I'll wait till the sun comes out. It's much easier when the sun is shining on you. All right, these are just a couple options for plunges. The top one is the one that I have. It's on sale right now at Tractor Supply for $83. It's amazing for right now in the winter. In the summer, you'll have to keep filling it up with ice because it won't keep it cold. Same with the second one under it. That one I found on Amazon. Looks fine, but again, it's not going to stay cold in the summer. The next one, down the ice barrel. This one looks cool and it does keep your water cold, but I'm not sure about I like that I can just lay down and I don't have to focus on holding myself up. I can just focus on the breath. So that one you kind of have to crouch down in. The cold plunge. This is the ultimate amazing. Also it's $5,000. But this one actually cleans your water and keeps it at the exact temperature. It's pretty amazing. One that I did not add on here, but is what I'm probably going to do this summer, is a chest freezer. I've seen multiple people on Instagram do this, and they have to like caulk the inside so the water doesn't leak out and like rig it some way. So I'll probably do that this summer. I'll take you guys along for the ride. And that's it. Now let's talk about the challenge. It starts March 20th. It's 30 days. It does not have to be 30 consecutive days of plunging. It can be whatever you want. You can do cold showers. Just set a goal that is right for you, whether that's every other day, once a week. Honestly, just set a goal that like pushes you a little bit, but also one that you're going to stick to. So don't set yourself up for failure. There's going to be 2 in-person plunges. I'm very excited about these, March 25th and April 15th. I don't have the exact location yet. I got to figure out the details, but I will let you know, and we'll go and we'll plunge together, and it will be fun. And then I'm going to do some giveaways throughout the 30 days, just randomly. So how you enter this, you just share like on your social media and tag me your cold plunging. If you're not comfortable sharing on social media, that's fine. You can just message me or text me, and then I'll just randomly pick people and do a giveaway. That's it. Does anybody have any questions?
Are you doing meetings throughout the challenge as well, or just this one intro?
Oh, this is the only one I had planned, but if people want them, I'm happy to do more. So does anyone want to share what their goal is going to be for the next 30 days? I'll start. Mine, I'm going to try to do, I can't do 30 days. I have to take a break because I'm having surgery on April 5th, but so I'll probably take maybe like 5 days off. But other than that, I'm going to try to do it every day.
I think I'm gonna just try and do the 11 minutes a week to start, because I've not been doing that much. So
Yeah, but also you could warm yours up a little bit. It doesn't have to be as cold as we've had it.
I have.
I have a trough just like yours that I got last June, and I got in last week only to my waist. So just getting into my neck for 30 days. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you do it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Honestly, my first day, the first time I got in, it was only 8 seconds. So don't think that you're going to get in and sit in. I mean, I say that, but then Brooke got in for 2 minutes her very first time. So everyone's different, but don't feel bad if you only get in for like a second. Just keep trying. All right, cool. Well, if you guys, did I interrupt someone?
No, I was gonna say, I've been doing 30-second cold showers because I can't come to your house every day. My mom won't let me.
She's proud.
But showers I've been doing 30 seconds. I have Alexa in my bathroom, so I just set the timer. And I would much rather cold plunge, but I'm also not buying a trough because Jesse won't come to my house every day and take care of it. So I'll probably do a mix. So like do your house or Maddie's house and do like try to hit the 11 minutes between showers and ice baths.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come to all of your houses. Allison has a trough. I'm gonna go to Allison's house. I'm gonna go to Carrie's house. I'm gonna go to Madeline's house.
Just rotate.
And then we'll just Candy J, do you have one?
Come I don't. House. I'm going to Carrie's.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Honestly, I agree with you though. I think showers are harder than plunging. I don't know why. I don't like taking showers anyways though. Like I just am like get in, get out. I don't understand how people take these like hour-long showers and just like are having the best time. I'm like, wash, get out. I'm having FOMO. What is everyone doing out there? So, okay. Cool. Well, if you guys have any questions throughout or just want to talk, message me, call me. I'm excited to see your guys' plunging. Thanks for joining. I love you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Love you. Thanks.